Hello, everyone.
Welcome to the Queers of Time podcast.
I'm Matt.
I'm James.
I'm Kenny.
And I'm Kat.
And this is a podcast to talk about all the gay stuff in the Wheel of Time.
Because we're gay and we like the Wheel of Time.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for listening to... Nope, I'm doing the outro again. Anyway, hi. Welcome to this episode of the... What?
Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
Hi. Welcome to this episode of the Queers of Time. In this episode, we're going to be doing a tarot reading based on Season 3 of the Wheel of Time.
You forgot to thank our pussyfish patrons.
Oh, yeah.
Pussyfish patrons?
Soaring.
Our feral venerators of Soireen. Thank you so much to Lurks, Charlie, and John.
Thank you.
So we have Kat, myself, and Matt here.
Yeesh.
And we each have a question for the cards. And we don't know what those questions are yet. We're going to come up with the questions. And then we're going to ask the cards and interpret the cards. And kind of go from there. This is going to be a slightly chaotic episode because we didn't prepare that well for this, but that's what's happening.
It's going to be great.
Yay.
It's going to be great.
So the question I thought about was, is there going to be more gay content in Season 3 of The Wheel of Time?
Give us a reading.
Let's do this.
So, do we want to come up with all of our questions first, or do we want to just do my reading, or...
Let's just wing it.
Let's just do it.
Wing the F out of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so is there going to be more gay content in Season 3 of The Wheel of Time? Okay, I'm thinking about my question. I'm focusing my intent. I am shuffling my cards. I don't know if people can hear the shuffling. This isn't an ASMR thing. But it could be.
It could be. Camille might kill us if we did that. There we go. Excellent.
Okay. The first card is the Four of Swords reversed.
Oh.
Which means...
Oh. Okay. So, movement? Like the opposite, because the Four of Swords upright, it's more like, represents like stagnant energy. Like you're not, That's
not what Biddy Tarot says.
What does Biddy Tarot say then?
Biddy Tarot is saying... Wait, this isn't swords. Is this swords?
I mean...
Well, this is a good episode.
This is great.
This might be pentacles.
Oh, okay. Oh, bless.
Look, this is a very, interpretive deck.
Can you show the card? What does it say? What does it look like?
Well, now I'm looking for a swords.
It looks like a dick. Pointy. It looks like a pointy dick.
Oh my god.
Okay, no, this is definitely the Four of Pentacles.
Okay. Very,
excellent.
very.
Perfect. We are off to such a good start. I love this for us.
This is the Queers of Time,
So I like to use past, present, future spreads. So this would be representing the past. And the Four of Pentacles reversed represents overspending, greed, and self-protection. So in the past, we've had lots of gay content. Okay. Present is the Three of Swords. This is definitely swords reversed.
Okay. Also reversed. Interesting.
A lot of dicks.
Three of Swords reversed is negative self-talk, releasing pain, optimism, and forgiveness.
Oh, that's Moraine.
And then...
Oh.
Uh-oh.
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 The Six of Cups reversed.
The Six of Cups reversed.
Six of Cups reversed. Okay, let me look at my little card thing here.
Living in the past, forgiveness, and lacking playfulness.
Okay.
I mean, we are going to be talking... We are going to be getting more into the Aiel and their tragic history.
Tragic. Yes, but is there gayness in that?
I don't know. Maybe.
Isn't there gayness inherent in every tragedy?
Yeah.
So true, bestie. Okay, so for the past, we had the Four of Pentacles reversed. Overspending, greed, and self-protection.
Mm-hmm.
And the question was, is there going to be more gay content in Season 3 of The Wheel of Time?
Mm-hmm. Is that a no?
Overspending, greed, self-protection.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we've been having too much gay content in previous seasons.
They need to level it off. Oh no, I don't like that. They gotta level it off.
And then Three of Swords for the present. So in between Season 2 and Season 3, we have a lot of negative self-talk, releasing of pain, optimism, and forgiveness. So we're hopeful that there will be gay content. There is a lot of negative self-talk in the fandom.
Yes, this is true.
But I guess there is coming to be forgiveness as the tweeter of chaos, or he who tweets with the dawn, is tweeting more now.
That's true. Nature is healing.
Nature is healing. And then in Season 3, we're living in the past. We have the Six of Cups reversed. Living in the past, forgiveness, and lacking playfulness. So if we're living in the past, does that mean that... I don't know. What does that mean? Does that mean it's going to be the same as it was in the past?
It could be.
Could be more gay.
I guess it depends how you define living in the past. Like, is that a negative or a positive thing?
Right.
Well, we are getting more gays in Season 3.
Yes, we are. Stupid chuckle. Just...
Look.
I find it interesting that forgiveness came... I'm just ignoring Matt. I find it interesting that forgiveness came up twice.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Moraine and Swan. The way that they ended last season. Right?
Forgiveness.
There was a very big betrayal at the end of last season. And they could not be further apart now. So...
Interesting.
Forgiveness? Maybe?
Forgiveness. I also think it's interesting that all three cards were reversed.
That is interesting.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. So I think there will be more gay content in Season 3, but it may not show up the way that we want it to.
That's the vibe. That seems to be the vibe.
And it'll probably be angst.
Yeah.
Well, it'll always be angsty.
Yeah.
This is true.
This is gay content we're talking about. There's always going to be.
Oh. Alana, her warders.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Don't you dare hurt me, Rafe.
Rafe is going to hurt you.
He's going to. I have some rotten news for you, Matt. He's gonna hurt you. But it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be okay.
You're gonna be stronger because of it.
Yeah.
Not all of us like pain.
And you have a therapist now.
That's true.
I have a therapist now.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can talk to your therapist about it.
It's like, so what happened this week? Well, I know that the world is a shit show, but this TV show I watch hurt me.
You see this TV program?
This Fishpussy TV program hurt me.
Your therapist is like, wait, Fishpussy? Please explain. Let's talk more about that.
Let's talk more about the Fishpussies.
Oh my god.
All right, I guess that answered my question. I don't really have that much more for the cards.
That's fine. I mean,
who wants to go next? Who else has a question about Season 3 of The Wheel of Time?
I have a question, but I don't know how this is going to... Well, let's see. My question is, surprising no one, about Nynaeve, and also about Moghedien, and whether or not they're going to meet.
Okay.
Are Nynaeve and Moghedien going to meet in Season 3? This is a very important question to me. I have my deck. I've already shuffled it. I'll do a quick shuffle again.
The sapphic moaning that will ensue.
Sapphic moaning. Oh my god. And we're doing 3, right? We said?
Yes.
Okay. So first card. Oh. So mine is also slightly different, but it's the same thing, essentially, at the core. It's the Elder of Swords, or the...
King?
Ace?
King of Swords, yes. So the King of Swords. That's interesting. So kings, generally speaking, represent, like, especially with swords, it's like the ultimate strategist type thing, thinking strategically, planning ahead, whatnot. And I think in this case, this is Mogedion. She's the one who's working in the shadows. She's the one who has a plan. It may not be a good plan, but it is a plan nonetheless. I don't know. What do you guys think about that?
Maybe it just shows the past that Mogedion has escaped and Mogedion is now loose in the world. So a strategist is now on the chessboard.
Mm-hmm.
Represents mental clarity, intellectual power, authority, and truth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, she don't got any of that, but still.
Well, but see, this is the thing, because we always think of Mogedion late as she is later in the series. At the beginning of the series, like when we first meet Mogedion, she is scary as hell.
This is true.
Because she bamboozles all three of the, like, Nynaeve, Egwene, and Elaine, right? When they're in Tenchiko, I think.
She boozles all the Bambies.
All the Bambies. And she gets them to spill everything.
She does.
Or next close to everything. So she's formidable at the beginning. Now, once she gets fixated on Nynaeve, that it changes a little bit, but still, she's, So I can see this. This makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
She has a vision. She has a plan. She has an idea of what she wants to do, and she's not, at the beginning, she's not sort of tied down in the same way that Lanfear is, in terms of Rand, because she does not give a fuck about Rand. She could not care less about him. So there's that. Okay. Next one is, the Fool.
The Fool.
The Fool. So the Fool is the very first card in the deck. And it represents beginning, like so mine is illustrated by a cliff. And so it's like that first big leap, taking a risk, taking a chance, and it's upright as well. Both of these cards have been upright so far. So taking a risk, taking a chance. And so we're saying this represents the present, right? We're doing past, present, future.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
So, I mean, just thinking, I guess if we're thinking about where Nynaeve is going to be, they are taking a very big risk in what they're going to be doing. And, I don't know, like they're kind of out on a limb a little bit here, more so than they have been. And they're going to be kind of on their own and expected to make choices and decisions that will hopefully benefit. We'll see. I'm assuming that Swan is still the one who sends them away, but
I would assume so, yeah.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah.
But this is a big step for Nynaeve. She's going to be, this is the first time that she'll be doing something intentionally for the White Tower. And even though she may have her own reasons for doing it, I'm assuming that finding Leandrin is going to be like a motivating factor because of everything that's happened. But, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, I think it's going to... Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
The Fool also represents innocence, spontaneity, and a free spirit, which I don't think represents Nynaeve very well, but beginnings definitely do.
Yeah, for sure.
So the beginning of their tempestuousness.
It's really the beginning of, she's starting out. She's even though, like we've seen her do her accepted test and everything like that, but like very quickly after that she was literally taken away from the White Tower, and so hasn't really started her journey in that sense yet. So it's going to be interesting. And then the next one is Eight of Pentacles reversed. So Pentacles is the suit that represents the material world and the way that we interact with it and all of that. Eights usually represent transformation or the unknown, or sometimes perseverance and whatnot. So I don't know if you have the Biddy Tarot.
I do.
Description of that. This is reversed though.
So it represents self-development, perfectionism, and misdirected activity. So I think that's kind of perfect.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it's kind of perfect. Because, like, if you think about Mogedion, when she's, when she starts off, she's very clear-headed. She has a very clear vision about what it is that she is going to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
And then she meets Nynaeve and gets real fixated on Nynaeve real quickly. And that ends up being her downfall,
Very much so.
Very, very much so. And so this is actually kind of perfect. I like this.
Yeah, so the deck I'm working with right now is the Rider Tarot deck, because it's the smallest cards I have. And it has a little handbook, and it says the Eight of Pentacles reversed says voided ambition and vanity. There's a few other things, but the thwarted ambition and vanity, that to me says that they will meet, and it will be Nynaeve thwarting Mogedion in some way.
Yeah, like we may not get the... I doubt that we're going to get the big Nynaeve-Mogedion confrontation, but I think we're going to get, like, something will happen between them that is going to sort of cement in Mogedion's mind that, oh, Nynaeve is someone that I need to know more about this person, actually.
She's a person I want to be around.
Exactly, in, like, the most heterosexual way possible.
Very
but
heterosexual. Very heterosexual.
Yes, exactly.
So the answer is yes. They will meet.
So the answer is yes. They will meet.
Yay.
Yay.
That one was relatively straightforward.
It was. It worked out really well.
Okay. So, my question. Are they going to give Rand a gay love story interest in season 3?
These cards are going to be fighting for their life here. I just hope you know that.
These cards are going to be fighting to give me an interpretation.
I just hope you know that.
Okay.
Let's see what we can do with this.
I have shuffled the cards.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the first card is the Eight of Pentacles.
Oh.
Huh. Upright?
Upright. And for listeners, the Eight of Pentacles depicts a young man who is working at a workbench, and he's hammering away at one of the pentacles, and the other pentacles are lying around him. So typically it means, according to my little booklet, speaks for itself on the surface, but other readings giving joy, mildness, timidity, honor, and modesty. Well, I think that's generally how Rand approaches the world. He is he's a man of dejected aspect. Oh, wait, this is the Eight of Cups.
Oh my god.
Shit. I was like, wait a second, this is not the...
I love how both you and James did the same thing, but with different suits. Like, wait a second.
I was looking at the wrong page. So I have, it's the Eight of Pentacles, but I was looking at the Eight of Cups.
It's the Eight of Pentacles, but you were looking at the Eight of Cups? Okay.
Yes.
I was going to say, I was like, this sounds different.
Yeah, so an artist is at work. And the divinatory meaning, according to my booklet, is work, employment, commission, craftsmanship, skills, and craft and business. I think this just means that Rand has finally come into his role as the Dragon Reborn. Mm-hmm. So his past...
And soon he's going to come into something else.
Yes, he's going to come into something else. And it's also upright. So yeah, I think it's a straightforward meaning of Rand has finally come into who he is. Mm-hmm. The present is the reversed Ten of Wands, and it depicts a man bent over carrying 10 large, very heavy, stiff rods.
I'm getting some kind of imagery here. Okay.
Good lord.
So yeah, the wands, I believe they mean more esoteric types of or like...
No, he's struggling to carry 10 penises.
Yeah. He is struggling to carry 10 dicks. Yes, that's going to be yes.
Yep.
So not only is he going to have one gay love interest, he's going to have 10.
He's going to have 10.
My God.
So wow. The booklet I have describes the Ten of Wands as a man oppressed by the weight of the 10 staves he is carrying.
Drowning in dicks.
He's drowning in dicks.
Rand is drowning in dicks.
Rand is just going to be lousy with dicks. He's going to have so many of them.
The cards aren't fighting for their lives so far.
Yeah.
Reversed, it means contrarieties, difficulties, intrigues, and their analogies. So I would say Rand is now having difficulty with, I don't know, his role as the Dragon Reborn and maybe a man like Asmodean.
Oh my God.
Or a man at all will help him through those difficulties. But yeah, right now Rand is facing difficulties. He's at a crossroads. So what does the future hold? The Three of Cups upright, and
oh, I love this card.
it is a good card. It's
I love this card.
a joyful card. It means
Aww.
it's three maidens dancing in a field of flowers, holding up cups. It means the conclusion of any matter in plenty, perfection, merriment. It's a very happy card. It means fulfillment and solace and healing. So, what I'm getting from the cards is that Rand has a happy future with Dick. Is what I'm
He's
seeing.
gonna have a happy ending.
He's gonna have a happy ending.
Yeah.
Lots of happy endings. Lots and lots of happy endings.
Love
over
that
and
for
over
him.
again in the same night. Anyways,
Good lord.
look, I'm giving our audience what they want, which is unhinged. Unhinged Matt. I mean, they may not want it, but they're getting it. So yeah, it's weird that none of us got major arcana, which to me says that the cards are saying we're not committing to anything because you fuckers are asking some weird questions.
No, I got one. I got the Fool.
Oh, you did get the Fool. Okay, you got the Fool.
I got the
Okay,
Fool.
that's true.
I realized when you were describing the cards, I was like, I should have described the cards with the as they look like in my deck. I feel like it's too late now.
Oh, it's okay.
I mean, we've only this episode is so far only 23 minutes long. We can afford to ask another question.
We can do that. That's true.
We can. That's true. Yes.
That's true.
So I am going to take all the major arcana cards out of my deck and do, while y'all are doing whatever, and I'm going to do just a major.
Oh, you're just doing the major arcana?
Yeah, just a major arcana reading.
Oh.
Because I kind of want to see what.
You want to see the big picture?
Yeah, I want to see the big picture.
Okay.
And I might even ask a serious question because I think maybe the cards were trolling me when they were saying, "Oh yeah, Rand's gonna get some. He's gonna get some wands, lots of wands,
Yeah.
10 wands."
The cards read your energy back to you, and we're like, oh, okay, I see you.
The cards are like, "Fuck your energy."
Yeah, they're like, I have your number.
Fuck that one in particular. It's been a long time since I have read tarot cards. Mostly because I guess our listeners have probably heard us discussing tarot cards in the past, but I mean, you can use them mostly as, to me, a source of introspection. They help you look at issues in your life in ways that you might not necessarily have thought of before, because they sort of give a tangible aspect to a lot of intangible parts of our lives,
Right.
Which is very interesting.
Yeah, I agree. That's how I use tarot as well. I find it it helps me to meditate. It helps me to sort of ground myself and center myself. And sometimes it's scary asking big questions to yourself. And trying to figure it out. And so sometimes it's helpful having a little bit of a starting point on where to start thinking through something. And, you know, it's, I know for sure there are some people who are like, you know, oh, we're telling the future. And obviously right now, just to be serious a little bit, we're just having fun.
We're being goofy.
We're not telling the future. We don't know shit. This is just for fun.
Right.
If someone is telling you that they're going to, like, you know, do a spread for you and they're going to predict your future, run away, because they're not predicting their future. But sometimes the cards just hit, and when they hit, they hit. This
is true.
You know? So.
And if you do enough readings, statistically, you are going to get a drawing that perfectly predicts something in the future.
Yeah.
And you're going to look back and like, ooh, did the cards? Like, no, they didn't.
All of the cards mean everything. So, like...
Yes, exactly.
This is true.
You can read anything into everything. Or everything into anything.
Yes, exactly.
I see them as a deep psychology tool.
Yeah. And they're fun.
They are.
I like tarot cards.
And they're pretty.
They're pretty. I have like 5 or 6, no, more than that. I have many different decks.
Okay.
And I have oracle decks.
A card just fell out of my pile.
And which one was it?
When I was shuffling, and we're gonna reveal it in a second. But this is gonna be the vibes of season 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Reversed the Hanged Man.
Interesting.
Oh, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt so much.
Okay.
So, the Hanged Man essentially is like self-sacrifice. But when reversed, it means selfishness and the crowd like it's essentially sacrifices coming to naught, or sacrifices that end up doing more damage in the long run.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see what Biddy Tarot, because my actual thing.
It means delays, resistance, stalling, and indecision.
Oh, so the Hanged Man fell out of my major arcana, and that's what we're gonna get. We're gonna get indecision, maybe.
I mean, that's just talking about Parent Alone.
Oh god, the slog. Oh no.
Just Parent Alone.
Great. The slog starts in season 3. Amazon greenlights 5 more seasons between season 3 and 8. So like a total of 14 seasons. And seasons 4 through 9 are going to just be Perrin.
God help us.
Sitting, reflecting by the fire.
And going, my wife.
My
Okay.
wife.
I'm trying to think of another question I can ask of the cards. Do you have a question in mind?
I do have a question in mind.
Okay, you ask your question of the cards.
Okay. My question surrounds the coup.
Okay.
My question is not so much whether or not the coup will take place in this season, because I think it's all like it's almost guaranteed that it's going to.
Yeah.
It's more where, like if it will take place early in the season or late in the season. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. That's my question.
Okay.
So I'm going to do card number 1, the 7 of Cups. Just to describe the deck I'm using, it's called the Spacious Tarot. It's really pretty. It has 7 cups, and they are spilling various amounts of water around and into each other. Some of it is getting in, some of it is not. This is upright.
Very sensuous.
Yes. So the 7 of for the 7 of Cups, this is upright, so it represents opportunities, choices. The 7s are very much about solutions, finding solutions to problems or finding solutions to issues that you have. And so I don't know how to. I'm trying to think. I should have asked a better question, because I don't know how to apply this to the question that I asked. So Biddy Tarot, let me read it from Biddy Tarot.
Opportunities, choices, wishful thinking, and illusion.
Yeah. And this is upright. And the number, the number 7, it represents perfection. So maybe it happens in episode 7.
Maybe
it happens in episode 7. Mark it down. Episode 7, the coup. Can you imagine if it actually did?
That would be so late.
It would be late.
Twitter would be so pissed, or Blue Sky.
So I kind of think the coup has to happen late, though, or later.
Yeah, possibly. I would say episode 5.
Yeah, I can. That's what I suspect. But listen, 7 of Cups, maybe. Let's see.
7 Ajas, 7.
Oh, that's right. See.
7 Ajas, 7 Cups, 7 Pussies.
7 Pussies.
Yes.
7 Pussies.
Cat's like, what there?
Perfect. I was like, the next one is the Ace of Wands. So aces are the beginning. I'll describe it. It has a wand on it.
Oh. Wow. Who would have guessed?
Just a phallic device. Just a big old phallus.
It has a wand.
The ace, the singular of wands, has a wand on it.
With sparks coming from its tip.
With sparks coming from its tip.
Okay.
Big old chubber. Lord, I hope nobody I know watches this podcast.
So the Ace of Wands, it's like the epitome of aces. Like, it's like the pinnacle of aces, because aces are like beginnings. They're sparks of new from new decisions, or like you're just you're setting forth into something. And then the wands is the suit of your passions, desire, your motivation, your forward movement, all of that good stuff. And so, I mean, this tells me that this is going to be like, I mean, it's a very dramatic moment in the book, but like it's going to represent a very big shift in the show. Mm-hmm. You know, and it does in the books, and it's, as you know, it should in the show as well. This is very much a turning point, and a new start for several characters in the series. So,
yay!
What do we think? Middle, late?
Let's just average out all of the numbers.
Yeah.
So far, we're averaging out to episode 4.
Yep. Okay. So this is the Three of Swords reversed. And you'll be surprised to know that it has 3 swords in the ground. It's exactly what it says it is. It's really pretty, though. And there's sort of, so they're driven into the ground. There's a little bit of blood on the ends of them, too. Ugh. And there's, like, cracks coming from the place where the swords are driven into the ground. The threes usually represent decisions, change, growth, and then the suit of swords is what I don't like because it scares me.
Yeah.
I don't like the suit of swords. I respect it, but I don't have to like it.
It looks like, and it was upright?
No, it was reversed.
So negative self-talk, releasing pain, optimism, and forgiveness.
Okay.
So 3 of Swords reversed in my little booklet says mental alienation, error, loss, distraction, disorder, confusion. So it sounds like a coup.
Mayhaps a coup is afoot.
Episode 3? Coup?
Episode 3.
End of episode 3.
End of episode 3. Okay. So it's, okay, you know what? This is coming together. So 7?
Yes.
At first I was like, episode 7? It's the 7 Ajas.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's the 7 Ajas. The next one, the Ace of Wands.
Mm-hmm.
It's, I mean, this move that, we can say Elida, right?
Yeah.
That Elida makes, it is a big ballsy move, and it is what cements her reign, essentially, as the next Amerlin. And so it is a new beginning. For Elida, it's very positive. For other people, not so much. And then 3 of Swords reversed. Episode 3.
You heard it here first, folks.
You heard it here, folks. Whoa.
You heard it here, folks.
Whoa.
You heard it here, folks.
You heard it here, folks. That's it. I'm done.
My question was going to be about Avienda and Elaine and if they're going to have a lesbian moment.
It's a good question.
Or if there's going to be light flirting.
Mm-hmm.
So I shuffled my cards. I thought about my question. The first card is the Emperor, which I'm going to say represents Rand, who is their connection to each other. We did see in the new promo images that Avienda and Elaine do talk to each other, I think. Or at least talk to each other. So hopefully they see each other and get some, or they see each other, but hopefully they get some like good bonding time in. Maybe talking about Rand. In my book, I am using the Children of Ostera tarot deck, which is related to the Children of Litha tarot deck. It's like the sequel to it, and it's all about Fae and everything.
Nice.
They use flowers for each of the cards, and this one is represented by Thistle, which represents protection, bravery, strength, pride, determination, and war. The Emperor upright represents authority, structure, protector, provider, law and order, and leadership, which I think represents Rand well. So, like, that's their common bond is Rand.
Yep.
The second card is the Knight of Pentacles.
Oh.
Which is... We're getting there in the book. Which is represented by Patchouli in this book, or in this deck. Patchouli represents wealth, sensual pleasure, defense, sexual power, and peace.
Oh.
Upright, it means problem solver in the material world and physical realm, and a calm and diligent worker. So, Patchouli in this, I think, is going to be saying that, yes, they are going to have some hot sex.
They're going to be getting it on. Good for them.
Did you say hot sex or ho-ho sex?
Hot sex.
Okay.
What would ho-ho sex be? Just out of curiosity.
Ho-oh or ho-ho?
Ho-ho.
I didn't know if you meant the legendary Pokemon.
Well, ho-ho sex could be like, maybe they get it on with Santa Claus. Maybe they do it while they're wearing fishnet stockings and low-cut leather strap things. Or maybe they're doing it while gardening, you know?
Okay. 3 options.
Or maybe all 3.
Maybe all 3. Who knows? Okay. Anyway.
The third card is the Tower, which is represented by the Snapdragon.
Upright? Or
Upright.
okay.
Representing protection, grace, deviousness. Snapdragon represents protection, grace, deviousness, remorse, and curse reversal. The Tower upright represents crumbling foundations, loss, destruction, and reaping of consequences. So it sounds like Rand is their common bond. They are going to have a lot of hot sex. And then there's going to be hell to pay for it.
Yeah, there's going to be consequences.
An igloo is in the future.
Uh-oh.
I don't know. I'm manifesting it. I'm manifesting messy hot sex between Avienda and Elaine.
Manifest it. Manifest that destiny.
That sounds good to me.
Desticy.
Oh, boy.
Okay. So, my reading, and I think this might be the last one because I'm so hungry.
Yes, this will be the last one.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm only doing the major arcana, I don't know. Doesn't matter how you pronounce
Both.
it.
Either.
Yes, both either.
Whatever your heart desires.
Porque no los dos. Just not how you pronounce that. But I'm half Hispanic, so I can pronounce it as wide as I want.
That's right. So,
will the show ever stop getting all of its haters?
What do you mean?
I don't know. No, because that's I don't know. What is the future of the Wheel of Time? What is the future of the show?
Oh, that's a big question, Matt.
It's a big question, but I have big cards.
That's a big question. Okay.
But I have the biggest cards, the major arcana cards.
They're the biggest cards. No one would ever have believed how big they are, but they told me, Mr. Matthew, sir, they're the biggest cards we've ever seen. Nobody ever thought you could do it, but you did it. Okay.
Jesus, take the wheel.
I hope he dies
Jesus,
soon.
Listen, we can't be talking about Carrie Underwood right now.
Oh, fuck that bitch.
That's true.
After the mess she caused.
No, she's dead. She is dead to me.
She's
I never
dead.
liked her that much, but she's dead. And if she's not dead to you, then you're a bad gay. All right. So, the past card is the Hierophants, which is a card symbolized by a hope-like figure dressed.
Is it represented by a hierophant?
It is represented by a hierophant, which is an old way of saying a religious figurehead or a pope or something like that. It's the 5th card of the deck, and the Hierophants essentially means it means basically a marriage alliance, captivity, servitude, mercy, and goodness, inspiration, the man to whom the querent has recourse. This booklet is so pitiful.
What?
That booklet is weird.
This booklet is weird. I think this is I'm going to Biddy for this shit.
The Hierophant is usually it's like religious institutions and beliefs, and it's your belief system.
It's like a belief system, and so it's it's spiritual wisdom and conformity and tradition, which is very much the way that the show it's the way Randland is at the beginning of the show, but also it is the way that the show was at the beginning because it followed a very typical convention for storytelling, despite the fact that the Wheel of Time required something a bit different. But I think they've moved towards a bit more of a daring type of storytelling, making bolder moves. But yes, so the Hierophant, I think that's a fitting card for the past. The present state of the Wheel of Time show is represented by the Upside Down Fool, which is a twink walking on the edge of a cliff, and there is a dog. So it's not necessarily a twink, but I'm saying it's a twink. So upright, or basically reversed, it means holding back, recklessness, and risk-taking. Because the fool is walking close to the edge of a cliff, and his face is upturned towards the sun. And reverse, the card means that he's not looking, and he has a risk of falling off the cliff. Perhaps this could stand for a lot of the changes that the show made in the first 2 seasons that were polarizing, even for people who love the show. Some of the changes polarized them.
Yeah, like Tom is awful in the show.
Tom's awful in the show. So yeah, I think that I think Rafe is straddling a fine line between making bold innovations that push the show to a further new height or that take it off a cliff. I trust Rafe personally. Your mileage may vary with that question. So the future of the show is represented by the reversed lovers. Lovers in tarot is very weird because it's usually a card with like reversed. It means disharmony, imbalance, misalignment of values, but it also means self-love. So I'm not quite sure what to do about the lovers reversed.
It's like, so I always take the lovers reversed. I mean, it depends on the other, like what other cards you have. And so like, if you like, yes, like you could say like your views or whatnot are misaligned and what, but like it could be like you are figuring out your own way of doing things and you are doing things for yourself, or you are doing things the way that you want to do them and not, kind of conforming. And I feel like that fits as well because you also pulled the Hierophant of not conforming to sort of the traditional way of fantasy. And how things traditionally are done. And so sort of breaking away from that Game of Thrones kind of model with fantasy and whatnot.
So it'll get even gayer.
Even gayer.
Biddy Tarot says, if the lover's reverse shows up in a reading, you might face a tough choice with significant consequences. Instead of making a decision based on your values, you feel tempted to cut corners and avoid responsibility for your actions. You may think you can get away with it, but the lover's reversed implores you to think again and choose the path most in alignment with your highest good, no matter how hard it might be. So I think it means that the Wheel of Time will continue to be a good show if Rafe doesn't listen to the haters and if Rafe listens to his better judgment and also is prudent in his better judgment, which I think is a pretty fair reading.
Yeah.
And also it means Rand fucks. So,
Exactly.
Perfect. Perfection.
We did it.
We did it.
We did it. We figured out the Wheel of Time.
We did it. We figured out all of the Wheel of Time.
We did it.
We solved the Wheel of Time, you guys.
We did it, guys.
Well, thank you so much for listening to this episode of The Queers of Time. You can find us online wherever you listen to podcasts. We're also on social media, but mostly we're on Discord if you want to follow us there. We have some great discussions every day, and we talk about the episodes, and if you want to talk tarot with us, we have an entire channel dedicated to that. Also, if you want to support us on Patreon, we have a Patreon that you can support us at. So if you would be so kind as to give us some money for that, that would be awesome. And yeah, we will see you guys later. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you all for listening. This was Queers of Time, a Wheel of Time podcast. The music is Dance of the Witches by Julius H.